Mrs. Welsh and I have driven down to Our Lady of Hope Church to receive our second dose of the coronavirus vaccine. Thanks to the superb work done by the owners of Conley's Drugstore, Ipswich town officials, and volunteers from throughout the town, we have our second vaccination day. While most of Massachusetts is beset by scheduling problems, lack of supply, computer crashes, and an amazing amount of confusion, Ipswich saw a problem and in its own way provided its residents with a timely, convenient, and safe way to be vaccinated against the COVID virus. Let's take a step inside the church hall to see how things are going. The line here was a bit long, but amazingly it moved rapidly, and standing in the sun was quite pleasant.
Eventually I get ready, then I gotta fly it.
Linda!
Oh my goodness. Hello, Monsieur Welsh. You know Miss Wright?
Stepping out of the
Are
picture.
you really
for sure.
filming it?
Linda, now,
Yes,
this is
Monsieur.
for the documentary that I've been doing for the last year
Okay.
on the COVID. How do you think today went? And last time we were here also.
Today went very well. I think we did we will do 1,000 people today.
You're kidding.
No, and today is the first time the 65-year-olds and up could come, as well as the 75-year-olds and up. So Conley's Drugstore has pumped out 1,000 today.
Well, how do you think today went?
Today is going really well, very smooth. So everyone's moving right along, and everyone seems to be very happy about getting vaccinated.
Okay. Easily than the first one that we had here?
Well, I think it's different. We have a lot more people coming through,
True.
so it was a little slower in the morning, and it's pretty steady. I would say it's a little easier too because a lot of the people working here are familiar with what we're doing now.
They got it down.
Everyone knows what they're doing, so it's very easy. Everyone's familiar with the setup.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Nice to see you.
Well, I've been working on a documentary so future generations can see what Ipswich went through. And I've been working on this for a year. So this is hopefully the culmination and the end of it.
Yes.
Well, how do you think? What are your feelings about this?
Yeah, it's been the shortest year and the longest year for sure. Because we've been almost a year now. I remember the day we closed our doors was Friday the 13th of March. And we're almost there now. So it was devastating. This pandemic has been devastating for people that need to be with others. And this pandemic has shut down that ability. But the town has stepped forward and made this beautiful vaccination clinic happen. This is the second, and we'll be doing 2 more to finally vaccinate everybody. And everybody's come together, so it's in its very trying time. It has been a wonderful time.
I've been watching on television the turmoil that's going on around the state of people trying to get vaccinated.
Yep.
Conley Drug, my God, what wonderful people they are.
Yes, yeah. So they had the ability to get a very large supply, and we're so grateful. And so they have shared the wealth with many communities, and we have been fortunate to be able to today vaccinate 1,100 people.
11, I thought it.
We need to get that up high. Is that going to go all the way up to here? We're making it look easy. All right, there you go. Just hold tight to that so I get your...
I'm used to shots because I'm a diabetic and everything.
Oh, you are used to that.
I gotta take them every day. Oh, you're good, Joe.
All done, sir.
Hey, thank you.
You were very brave. Thank you.
Hopefully see you.
Most places around the country are having trouble securing the COVID-19 vaccination. How did Conley's Drugstore obtain its supply?
Conley's has always been listed as an immunization provider for the state of Massachusetts, and it was really our partnership with a congregate care site that needed to be vaccinated. It was a group of disabled adults. So they identified us as a provider, and that's what got BPH to start sending us vaccine.
And how many sessions of the vaccination process did you schedule for Our Lady of Hope Church?
Due to a lack of supplies, unfortunately we've only been able to go to Our Lady of Hope Church twice. We have vaccinated in multiple locations throughout town, but we've been at the church twice.
I see. And are you providing any other towns with the vaccine?
Yes. So in addition to small traveling clinics that we do for senior housing, we've gone to senior housings in Lynn, Saugus, Beverly, Ipswich. We've done large community-wide vaccinations for Amesbury, Salisbury, Rowley, Ipswich, Hamilton, Wenham, Manchester, Essex, Gloucester, Rockport.
My goodness, you have covered the whole North Shore.
We cover a lot of ground.
And all in all, how many people are you planning to vaccinate?
As many as we can. You know, the limit is how much vaccine the state gives us.
Okay. You're a tiny independent drugstore. How did you manage to outdo the big pharmacy chains?
I like to tell people about the story of West Virginia. The government signed up a contract nationally with CVS and Walgreens to vaccinate all Phase 1 long-term care facilities. 49 states signed on with that program. One state didn't. That one state was West Virginia. West Virginia relied on their small community pharmacies who know their community and were much more nimble, and they led the country in vaccination rates. So I wanted to prove in Massachusetts that we could do the same thing.
And you did.
Well, we're one of 150, and only about 5 independents have vaccine right now.
Wow. Now, Conley's is a small store. Can you give a brief history of this place?
Sure. Conley's has a rich history. We go back to 1880. It was originally owned by the Conley family. The last Conley to own it was John Conley, and he sold the store, I believe, in 1969 to Dick Banville. And then my parents, who met at Conley's, purchased the store in 1986. So I'm a second-generation pharmacist. My mother likes to tell me how she was a little girl living on Manning Street. She would walk across the street to buy penny candy. So.
All right, thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.